Rekard to come and offer the opening prayer.
Let's look to God in prayer. Loving Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for this time together. And we thank you for bringing us for this AGM meeting. And Lord, I pray that whatever is discussed and whatever happens here, the elections and whatever transpires, Lord, at this time, I just commit it into your hands. We just praise you and thank you for bringing us together here at this time. And we ask all these things in Jesus' holy and precious name. Amen.
Thank you, Vijay. The next is a roll call. I've sent a book around. I would like you all to please write your name, preferably in capital letters, and put down your batch, the year that you passed out of school, and a contact number or your email address, and you can put a signature at the end. So in case we need to contact you or if there's notifications, we can contact you. At this time, I would like to read out the minutes of the AGM of 2013. The 88th Annual General Body Meeting of the Old Baldwinian Association was held on the 9th of November 2013 at 2:30 p.m. at the school office lounge. 28 members attended the meeting, which began with a prayer. At the outset, a number of old students were particularly mentioned with gratitude for their help and contribution rendered to Mr. Valentine Ward, former staff member, and Ms. Esther Jerusha, daughter of a present staff member, during their time of medical emergencies. The former president, Shakil Abdul Rahman, reiterated the need for all the old boys to participate in school activities and involve ourselves in by contributing towards the Scholarship Day Fund. Special mention was made of late P.K. Narendra, the force behind the Ek Saath, which was formed in '99. He also spoke of the Alumni Trust started during the year. Now, long-standing record holders of athletic events were specially felicitated during the athletic meet, and Shakil spoke particularly of David Bell, who now resides in the UK, who has since been incapacitated. There was a misconception making its round, and that is that the OBA is run and operated as a private group. And thanks to Mr. C. Sridhar, this was brought to the association's notice. And efforts are made to change that misconception. Now, YOM, or Yesterday Once More, started in the ever-popular Crown Cafe of yesteryears, but grew into a bigger and more prestigious affair, an evening of socializing. From that, there was a new takeoff, and we started with B2B, the brainchild of Major Govardhan and his team. And this is planned in lieu of YOM for this year, and its main focus is to make Baldwins a priority in the life of past and present Baldwinians. Emphasis is laid on career guidance. To boost this idea, Karyappa testified that he started a business wondering how it would take off and where it would take him in particular. To his pleasant surprise, his first 3 clients were Baldwinians. With this testimony, B2B will take shape on the 23rd of November with conference sessions going on simultaneously in 3 or 4 venues around the school. All those attending and participating will be available virtually. The food courts and stalls run by the old boys and old girls will dot the basketball court. The highlight of the day will be the launching of the Baldwin Privilege Card. Mr. Augustine Charles, who stood in for the principal who was not available on that day, made the closing remarks, thanking the old boys for leaving a legacy as large as life and for taking time and trouble to connect with the present students. He has assured the association of help and support from the school. He also praised the association for the initiation of the B2B and reminded us that the principal is looking forward to see some support for retiring staff. Before actually closing the meeting, Shakil recommended an amendment to the Constitution and proposed to change the name of the association from the Old Baldwinian Association or the Old Boys Association. And of the two recommendations that were made, the one that Air Commodore M.M. Ali proposed, organization of the Baldwin alumni, was the one that we chose to go by. So henceforth, we are known as the organization of the Baldwin alumni. And with that, the meeting came to a close. So this was the meeting, the minutes of the meeting. Is there anyone to pass it? It's passed and seconded. All those in favor. And so we'll carry on with the meeting. The next is a treasurer's report. Unfortunately, our present treasurer retired and is no longer available, and we don't have a new treasurer yet till maybe another hour. And so I have passed on the statement to our senior members of the OBA, and they will go through that, and I don't think I will read through it. And I'll call on our present OBA president, Mr. Gul Mohammad Akbar, to give us the annual report.
Thank you, Amelita. Good afternoon, seniors, friends, and my dear juniors. A lot of what I have to report has already been, said in the report that Amelita just read out. But I would like to go into a few details to elaborate on what exactly we have done. It is said that it is better to light a candle than to sit and curse the darkness. Confucius. We use this as a guiding light, and our primary aim is to see that no Baldwinian suffers. It is a tall claim, right? But they say a good tide raises all boats. So as we leave the portals of the school, most of us are lost, like how I was. When I finished the last day of school and was walking out, I had a lump in my throat, and I didn't know what to do next. But now, we have people right from the class of 60s. We have Mr. C. Sridhar, Air Commodore, retired M.M. Ali Saab. From them, we have a source of strength that is coming. For when I am lost, I call upon them or my good friend, Colonel Govind Srinivasan. And any problem that I have, I call my seniors. Or Shakil is there for legal problems. So you finish school, you've gone through, but you're not lost because we are there to hold each other's hands. It is this that we call the B2B movement. We said the Baldwinian to Baldwinian connect. Let us say there is a person who is in a business. It could be, let's take for example, a printing business. I have some work to be printed. I go to him. I am assured of quality, reasonable output, and he also gives me a 10% discount. So instead of going to another printer, I go to a fellow Baldwinian. So this way, we hope to develop all businesses and help to advance in careers. You all may not remember him, but some of us do. His name was Suraj. His ambition was to join the armed forces. He came to us for help. And our seniors here, Ali Saab and Colonel Govind Srinivasan, guided him, mentored him, and today he is doing amazingly well in the forces. He got through with flying colors in his exams. His dream of joining the army, and his dad was also from the forces, has materialized. And And he's there. So we are here. We want this movement to grow, to prosper. We want all Baldwinians to prosper. We want your dreams to come true. And with this, we started off. And then the next thing that we decided was there was Major Govardhan's, brainchild. It was called the Career Fair. So we called upon Baldwinians from all over, experts in their fields, people who have helped Narayan Murthy to set up Infosys, of eminent people from all walks of life to come in and speak to the current students to see and guide them on how they could function to their maximum potential. So you don't have to go outside. There's years and years of potential locked within the minds of former students, and we are only too happy to give it to you all and to guide you all, because in your success, lies our satisfaction. Whatever we have done, we want you to go much further. Whatever we have achieved, we want you all to go much further. We have tried to do what best we could from what we got. So it is our way of saying, these traditions have to be carried on. So that is the career fair that has come up. And another thing is, as you all know, we have close to 4,500 people on our database on Facebook. So we transformed from the SMS generation, we went on to Facebook. Okay, we have a very good website fashioned by Major Govardhan and his team. And we are reaching you all overnight through posts on Facebook. We're reaching so many others who are outside the country. And when we describe our meetings here, they are like thanking us and saying, we feel we are almost there when we read your post and things like that. So these things we are spreading the connect, the Baldwin Connect, and it's going international. There's a friend of mine. He's a senior from school. His name is Ratnakar Shetty. And he was going to the United States to promote his property business. So he just requested us, and we sent out an email. And there were people to receive him there and help him with whatever he needed. There are so many people who are doing business alliances and taking their lives forward. So I'm very happy and glad to see a whole lot of youngsters here, because what we have started, we want you all to carry on. Okay? And I will just conclude with one more point, that is, if anybody is down, anybody can be down at any point of time. Countries fall, presidents go down, millionaires, become broke overnight, okay? I can give you the example of, let's say, Kingfisher, Vijay Mallya. Everybody thought he was so rich, and now he's down 12,000 crores or something like that in debt. Anybody can go down. But when a Baldwinian goes down, okay, and he's down, we will send out an email. The president, the vice president, and the committee will check the situation and send out an email. All we need you to do is put in 100 rupees into that person's account, or courier one check. 100 is good enough. You want to give more? Fine. 100 is good enough. We have 4,500 people on our database. Even if 1,000 people put in 100 rupees, which is, what 100 rupees is, even if I ask for 100 rupees every month, you should be able to, give it. Okay? One family is out of a soup. Okay? And, if you go back to Indian mythology and philosophy, and if you go into any major religion, say, unless you give, you cannot receive. In the church and even, in other religions, like even in the mosque, you have to give a part of your earning to the poor. Say, unless you give, you cannot receive. Because unless he gives, you cannot receive. and he's watching you, and nothing escapes the universe. So when a mail is sent out, just put in that 100 rupees or whatever you feel like. Okay? And another point that we need to look at is that we have lot of requests for an annual, Baldwinian meet, like the ones we were having before. So I think Yogesh is going to be heading the committee, and we will be having a reunion dinner again, maybe at the Taj or at the Leela. Okay, so generally, this is the annual general report that has come out. It's, I've elaborated some of the points which Amelitia has said, but I hope I've driven, the points deep enough to say that these should become our traditions. A Baldwinian should stand by a Baldwinian, and we have to take things forward. Okay? And like we say, once again, a good tide raises all boats. Okay, that's one issue. And finally, before I go out, as a Baldwinian, you have a responsibility of being a gentleman, of treating ladies right, righteousness and truth. Let's be different. Today, if all of us are, are respected, it is because no woman or no girl can point a finger and say, he said anything insulting. So we want you guys to carry on that tradition. You'll have to be the perfect gentleman, because outside it's chaos. Let us be different. Let us, fulfill the wishes of the people who set up this wonderful institution and the church to which we owe a debt. A debt of education can never be paid. Okay? With that, I conclude my report. Thank you.
We were to have the principal's address now, but unfortunately he's been called away. He's not in station, and Mr. Augustine Charles was not able to make it to be with us today. But I would like to say something on behalf of the principal. Of late, actually, especially the last year or so, Mr. Dinakar has been very happy with what the old boys have been doing, because it's very well for us to make plans and to talk about what we dream of doing. But, till it comes and into action, it's just words. And though we've been trying to do a lot of things, I don't know how much of it actually really showed, except for, I think, for the scholarship fund and one or two other things that were happening. But lately, they've been seeing the way that old boys have been coming back to the school and helping the present students, helping the staff, and the school in general. And one thing that they are happy about is the way older students are coming back to mentor the younger ones. And it's not just on a formal basis, but even on an informal basis. There are old boys coming back. I remember when we started the debating club at the beginning of this year, I had Ayman Shabir, who came in and who initiated the whole thing, and he gave us a demo, and then he got a few boys to come up and gave them tips on how to debate. And it was so exciting because this was a senior that they had seen in school. And because the present tense were, I think, in the 7th or 8th standard when he passed out. So it was exciting for them. And then we have a couple of other old boys also who step in and help out with this show or that show, and, help them with choreographing and things like that. So these things are happening, and the principal is really happy about it. And one thing that we would like is that during the sports time, we would really like more old boys to come and encourage our boys. That our marching skills are not the very best. You must have noticed it during the sports time. And our boys are trying. The poor little chaps, they march their legs off in the mornings, but they have no clue as to how to do it. And some of us are trying to do it, being brought up under Jean Roby and Baldwin girls. I marched or I got whacked, So but then to get them to do it in 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks, it's quite a task. And I personally was quite pleased to see the march past this year, even though most of you wouldn't have been too happy about it, because I saw what they were 2.5 weeks ago and how they progressed in those few days. So if we could have some of you old guys coming back during the sports practices and helping us. Because when Shakil used to be here every sports practice, it was such an encouragement to the boys. They used to look forward to him, and he would always have a word of encouragement for them. And so if you, come in and march with the boys, teach them how to march, whatever it is, just your presence there will make a difference. And this is just one area that I'm talking about. There are scores of areas that we can do something about it. And like I mentioned during the minutes also, when I read the minutes, one thing that we are looking for is something to do for the retired staff. There are many, many of our retired teachers who are in dire straits because everybody, the whole world knows that teachers are the most poorly paid professionals. And, once you retire, even if you do get a pension, it's not worth the paper it's written on. So something needs to be done, and that is something that principal he's set his heart on it, and we're trying to do something as a school too. But if the old boys can do something, it'll be really great. So with that, I think we'll move on to the next part of our program, which is the most important part, I would say, for this afternoon, because this is the year of our elections. And I would ask Mr. Sridhar to step in as election commissioner, and if he can handle the elections for us.
Before we go into the elections, one or two things I'd like to say. It's really nice to see at least quarter of the hall full. Normally we would have 2 rows, and most of the 2 rows would be only at the back. Nobody would be sitting in front. So it's nice to see all the youngsters come in today. And the election part of it is really the tougher part of it because it's all year round. One thing I'd like to mention about what Amrita said is about the sports day. Yes, we'll all be back, but I would like to make a suggestion. I'll say that to Mr. Dinakar Wilson also. Preferably, it will be a better idea to have a full day sports and have more of sports events than have a gala time. I think whenever somebody comes for a sports event, they would look forward to seeing sports events. And as the years pass, it's becoming less. The only thing that now I think has the interest is that inter-school relay. But otherwise, I don't think it is as what it used to be earlier. It could be a full day event because mornings it's very difficult for anybody who's working or having colleges to come back. So probably a full day would be a better day to have it. I'd like to thank the outgoing committee. Now it is for 2 years that we elect, and they've done I wouldn't say a great job, but they've done a fantastic job. And more than anything else, they're able to convey to everyone what is going on, thanks to all the technologies. But still, I think the older generation, except a few of us who still are able to manage with the technology, different way of informing them, I think, would be better, whether it's by phone or whether it is by email also. I don't know if half of them are using it, but it would be a nice thing to do. Then you'll have a lot more people coming in. But it's, like I said earlier, it's really heartening to see so many youngsters today. and we are outnumbered for a change. So congratulations to the previous committee. And now, if many of you may not know, we have the posts of the president, vice president, and 8 committee members. The secretary, joint secretary, and the treasurer are nominated by the principal of the school. So we will have the elections for the president. We'd like to receive nominations. Somebody has to nominate, somebody has to second it. And if there are no more than one person, then they will be elected unanimously. So can we start with the president? Major Govindan, your seconding. Will you write it? Anybody else? Okay. Any other nomination? Yeah, same, it's okay. It's only the different. Okay, since there's no other nomination, we'll declare Major Govardhan as the president of the new committee. This is 2014-2016. Now let him stand. He has to do a lot of work. Nomination for the vice president. Anybody else? Would you like to stand? Gauri doesn't want to stand. Pardon? Where is Karyappa? Anybody else? Yogesh, they have already mentioned. Yes. Okay. 3 of you can come up, please. If there's no other nomination. Oh, why don't 3 of you come up? Come up. Please come, please come. You please come. Come, Yogesh. You have the 3 gentlemen who have been nominated. Would any one of you want to give it in somebody else's hands? Okay. Karyappa is withdrawing.
It's for Mr. Yogesh to be the vice president. I'll take it up to the next level.
Okay. Okay, start. It's the right spirit that the youngsters have shown, and it will be nice that a senior person has come forward. If each one of you can go towards one of the office bearers and see what they do, the next year when you take over, it becomes much more simpler, and you'll have the experience of having gone through that. Congratulations, Yogesh. As I have come to know, the principal has nominated Ms. Amilita to continue as the secretary. It's not an easy job. Besides the teaching that she does, her maintaining the minutes, also convening the meeting and informing everyone, I know it's not easy. And then to add to that, she expects us to respond to her. No, we do it but never turn up. Okay. The joint secretary, the principal has nominated Ms. Amita. Is she here? Can you come up, please? Amita, which department are you from? There, Ms. Amita is from the admin of the school. And the treasurer would be Mr. Stanley. J.K. Samuel has retired now, and the principal has nominated Mr. Stanley. Thank you. Thank you. We need 8 committee members. Are we going to make it unanimous, or are we going to stand for elections? Could anybody nominate? First is, please see, I know I have worked with a lot of you youngsters, and your energy levels and your interest in doing things are fantastic. You people leave a lot of things behind and come and help out in these organizations. It'll be nice if 8 of you who could spare a little time, who will be able to do it on a regular basis, would come forward. And if Karyappa. No, stand, sir. You all know them better, so choose a team would be better than elections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anybody who would like to volunteer? Let that be. Okay, could 9 of you please give your name as well as which batch you are from?
Dushyant from the batch of 2008. Dushyant Dattatri from the batch of 2008.
They can give it after that. You can just introduce yourself. Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. President, I think you don't have young old students, you have youngest old students this year. I don't think we had a composition of such young students in any of the past years. So wish you all the very best. I know you all will be thinking of doing a lot of new things, but Baldwin's always has a few traditions that you have to follow. While following the traditions, you can continue to do what is new. All the very best.
Thank you, sir.
I think it's customary that we demand a speech from the new president. So I'd like to call Mr. Major Govardhan Jairam to come and speak.
Thank you, everybody. Before I say anything else, I must say that if not for Mr. Gauri Shankar sitting here, who is my neighbor for more than 35, 40 years, if not for him, I would not be standing here. It was he who, please give him a very big hand. It was Gauri Shankar a few years ago who made sure I attended the OBA meetings and got me started. So thank you very much, Gauri Shankar, for showing me the way. And this president post is not a position of authority. It is the position of responsibility. And that is what I've learned from the previous presidents and the previous office bearers who very humbly did their job, and I intend to emulate what they did. And now coming to the youth power that you saw here on stage, credit goes to Mr. Sridhar. About 4-5 years back, he made it a point to bring in youngsters to the fore. The first two heroes of that initiative were now Lieutenant Suraj and Mirza Mehdi. When the youngsters came and realized that the organization of Baldwin alumni is not a place where old people gather to entertain themselves, and it's a very dynamic space, they started pulling in others. And today we see what Mr. Sridhar had done 4-5 years ago has transformed itself into a youth force, which is driving the OBA. So I think thank you very much, Mr. Sridhar, for driving that thing. Thank you. A big hand to Mr. Sridhar. Then there are a couple of pillars of the organization which we always have to acknowledge. One is Air Commodore Raleigh and Colonel Govind Srinivasan. And of course, our past president, Shakil, is unfortunately not able to be present here today. Without this group, Gauri Shankar, Mr. Sridhar, Air Commodore Raleigh, Colonel Govind, Shakil, and others who are seniors sitting here, nothing would have been possible, we would not have reached here. So our job now is to integrate what they have done, integrate them physically, integrate them personally, integrate them professionally into what we are doing, and then add to what they are doing and take it forward. So that is all I would like to say at this point of time. And we have a long way to go and a lot of things to do. Our objective is to just create the, continue the momentum that has been created and build on it incrementally, integrate more people, and hand it off to the next generation going forward. There'll be some more about what we will do on the presentation at 3 o'clock, which is being webcast live. Then I'll explain a few more things about what the previous office bearers did and how we're taking it forward. So thank you very much. We'll continue our good work.
I'll call on our former Vice President of the OBA, Mr. Gauri Shankar, to just say a few words as a closing remark.
Thank you very much, Amrita. It's nice to know I'm the former Vice President already. That's a good thing. I think change has to be there always, and that would bring a lot of difference to what we do, what we say, and how we do it. However, having said that, I would like to pick on a certain line from our school song, which should be part of what we are always. Strong in purpose, firm and loyal, and to her cause be true. So if we are able to hold on to this one sentence in whatever we do in life, whether it is at the school, at home, professionally, I think we will not lose focus of what we have to do as a human being. As Baldwinians, I think we've learned a lot. Each one of us has something to take back, and we also have something to give back. And today I wish the new committee all the best. Youngsters are there. The change is going to be there. And like what someone said this morning, we need to use technology to grow. And we are poised for that. But let's not weep when we lose our mobile phone. And let's make sure that we have the personal relationships also in place. With these closing remarks, I wish everybody all the best, and nice to see all these numbers. Thank you.
Thank you. Fernandez, 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 Fernandez. This is on. I just want to check. It's on. Hello, boys. I just want to know whether all of you have given your details. Have you all written your names in the book? Okay. If there's someone who hasn't, I'd like you to just give us your names and your details.
Baldwinians, please be seated. We are about to start the webcast, almost 3 o'clock. Dushyant, please be seated. We're about to start the webcast. Gentlemen, please be seated. Please be seated. About to start the webcast. Please be seated. Come. Please be seated. We have 4 minutes more to start. Webcam team, on my indication, you can go live. We're not sure how many people are going to be online exactly, but the advantage is we'll be able to record this and replay it on YouTube as part of our Baldwinians channel. Four, 3, 2, 1. So, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the webcast of the Empowering Baldwinians Portal, an initiative by the organization of Baldwin alumni for the benefit of students of Baldwin Boys High School and Baldwin Girls High School, Bangalore. Let me introduce this application to you. To access the application, you should have a Baldwin privilege card. That privilege card is obtained by writing to the OBA. The email address is on Facebook in the Baldwin alumni group, which I will show you later in the presentation. Once you apply for the Baldwin alumni card, you will be registered here, pre-registered, and you will be sent a username and password to access the portal. The primary purpose of the portal is to empower Baldwinians. Empower Baldwinians by sharing knowledge, sharing contacts, sharing opportunities, and sharing whatever one needs to progress on a personal level, spiritual level, professional level, business level, whichever dimension is of interest to you. Let's see how this works. Once you log in, you will see an interface which you're very familiar with. They're very much like the social media, Facebook interface that you're familiar with. Here you will see discussions that are going on about people you're following. You have on the left navigation, groups that you're part of, files and topics that you're interacting with. On the top navigation, you will see options of ideas and discussions, solutions, groups, a short profile, detailed profile, all Baldwinians, and help desk. Let me show you some examples of how this can benefit you. Let us say that I want advice on entrepreneurship. So I go to all Baldwinians, and I pick a list of Baldwin entrepreneurs. And then I get, here I see a short list of 3, but I'm going to get 30 or I may get 300. If I want to dig down deeper, I can click this particular number. Go down and drill into this person and see what all he is involved with. Let me take another example of somebody who's filled in the information. So here is this person who's the founder and CEO of a computer software company. He is interested in hiring Baldwinians, business partners, suppliers, customers. He wants leads. He works in these industries. He needs contacts. He buys Salesforce One platform programming services. So if I'm a Baldwinian who's involved in selling these services, I know this is another Baldwinian who wants to buy them. He also sells information technology consultancy services. So if I need these services, I can contact him. He's interested in mentoring other Baldwinians in the area of defense and information technology. He's also willing to give referrals. Now, if you want another view of, let's say, people from the defense forces, you click this, and you get accomplished officers, accomplished Baldwinians from the defense forces. Now, the permutations and combinations are many. I have put a short list of architects, chartered accountants, doctors, interior designers, lawyers, and others. One important option here is Baldwinians who want to be mentors. So I click this, and I see 3 names here of Baldwinians who want to mentor others. So if I'm a young student and I'm looking for advice on engineering or on medicine or on any field, art, music, whatever, I can then pick a mentor here and directly find out who he is, write to him, and start communicating either directly or on the portal itself. So let me once again repeat that the all Baldwin option gives you the ability to contact Baldwinians of different specialities and then interact with them to get what you need. And our experience over the years has proven without doubt that you call a Baldwinian and just tell him, I am Baldwinian of so-and-so batch, so-and-so house, and the ice is broken. Rest, everything becomes very easy, personal, and productive. How did this information get here? These are Baldwinians who subscribed for the Baldwin privilege card. We vet them, verify them, make sure that they're Baldwinians, and then upload information and invite them to update their database. I'll walk you through some other options. Let's look at the option of groups. Now, here are some groups that are at work. We have an art group. We have a music group. Now, we have Ashley here, Dr. Ashley, a very renowned musician with a second generation or third generation music expert who has been always willing to encourage young talent. So Dr. Ashley will be in this group of music, and anybody who wants to benefit from his experience, knowledge, and expertise can join the group and engage with him in conversation right here online. One of the reasons we initiated this process is because we found that meeting physically is not always very easy. And because we're not able to meet physically, opportunities are being lost. It's an absolute waste of time, waste of energy, that you're losing an opportunity just because you could not meet. Right here is a 24/7 meeting ground available on your smartphones where you can engage with people of your choice and transfer energy from one another and transform that energy into achievements, wealth, of whatever kind you wish to call it. So groups is another very important aspect of this portal, where we have some groups. You can also start your own group and engage in constructive discussions. We have another option of ideas and discussions. For example, here we have somebody who is interested in angel funding. He wants to set up a fund, or he wants to contact somebody regarding angel funding, or he wants advice about angel funding. There's another a short requirement of a reunion, preparation for the reunion. So we have a bunch of ideas there and to discussions going on online about the reunion. And we can have different discussions. Anybody can start an idea, and depending on the participation, the idea will move up or down the particular in the list. I'll just walk you through the profile aspect. When you click on the profile, there are two aspects to it. There's a feed where a short view of what you've been discussing comes up, and an overview, a short overview of your profile. So that if I pick a person from if I go to my chatter page and I go to people and I see Karyappa here, I can quickly get to know something about him and what groups he's involved and generally what he's engaged with, and then follow him to connect and remain engaged and benefit from his expertise. Another option here is the help desk or support, where any user has got any problem about the application can come here and create a help desk request. If he or she cannot understand something, or they need some help, they can log this request. It will automatically get transferred to the support team, and they will communicate with this person and make sure that issue is taken care of. Once again, let me repeat, the primary idea is to share wealth. By sharing, wealth magnifies significantly. So if the younger Baldwinians connect with the more experienced ones and enjoy their wealth of knowledge, experience, it will expand your own horizon, and that will then create wealth all around. So it's our desire, our dream, that the younger lot, especially those who are in the 9th and 10th standard, who are in college, jump onto this, grab it, and just extract as much knowledge and wealth from the more experienced Baldwinians as possible. With this brief description, I will throw open the house for any questions. Please, if you have any questions, please stand up and ask your question. I'll be more than happy to answer this. Yes? This application is available on Android and and the iOS. There's any smartphone will, except Windows phone is not working as of now. Moment you register, you will get a PowerPoint about how to access this on your smartphone, Androids and iOS. And please involve your parents too. Parents can come, they can check out the Baldwinians who are there in that particular area, pick the one you want to engage with, and go ahead. Okay. Any other question? Yes, go ahead. Okay, there are two profile pages. One is a detailed profile page. Let me show you this. This is more relevant. I will click on Edit Profile. So here let me explain this. Thank you very much for bringing this to the notice of everybody who's watching. The profile page is where you actually define yourself. Here we're given some options. This particular person is an entrepreneur. He's also in the information technology space and he's been in the defense. This list will keep expanding based on individuals' competencies. So here you record your name, email address, principal during my time, house I belong to, it's important. This is part of our verification process. The year from and the year to, the city and state the person is staying in now, his present occupation, contact telephone numbers. For those who are yet to graduate, we have options like whether you're in the PU or whether you're in an undergraduate course, where you're studying, how you expect Baldwinians to help you, current business or job designation, industries you're in. Once again, thank you, Gauri Shankar, for bringing this to the notice of everybody. Industry you're in, here you can select the industry and push it to the right, and this becomes the chosen industries you're engaged in. The seniority level, the size of your company, whether you belong to the Fortune 100,000 company. This is very important. If you have, there are many Baldwinians who are in the Fortune 1000 companies. It's very important to know who they are because they have a huge network because of their very presence in these Fortune 1000 companies. And we'll get them in. That's the job of our committee members and job of all of us to bring people into this group. Thereafter, industries I work with, companies I need contacts in. This is very important. See, sometimes it's extremely difficult to get into an organization where you want to do business with or you want to have a career opportunity. But if you have a Baldwinian who is already in that particular space, your problem is reduced by more than half or more, even more than 75%. Because then you can start communicating directly and get your door in and present the value that you want to bring to the organization, and it makes the process of sale, whether it's a job or whether it's a business transaction, easier. Important aspects, products that I want to buy, products that I want to sell. Like our previous president, Gul Mohammed, mentioned, it's easier to buy and sell from within the Baldwin community. The sales cycle is shorter. The value that you derive from the transaction is higher. So here you can easily identify people who are in the area of your choice. And how a person wants to help other Baldwinians. Any other questions, Gauri? Now that I explained the My Profile, any other questions? Yes, the LinkedIn profile view is also here. Any other questions, anybody? Pardon? Where is that? Which? It's not mandatory. Where is the where is that? Baldwin card is here. Oh no, that is part of my, that's not about the application, that's a previous search history that's sitting there. It's not part of the application. No, we were not asking anybody's PAN card. Any of the younger lot, the prefects, school captain, you have any questions? How do you? Yeah, you go to Facebook. The first post there has got the Baldwin alumni application form. Download that, email to the email that is there, and you have one form there given to you. Email it to the email address you find there, and you get registered. Okay? Because we go through a little authentication process to make sure that we have Baldwinians only inside. So the question was, how do you register? Any suggestions as of now? for this particular product? Okay. And this is just the first step. The product is going to evolve. It will evolve with participation. It will evolve with suggestions and ideas. We have many ideas. One of the ideas that has come up is how do we bring in talent to train the present boys in sports activities? How do you bring in talent to train people in debating? How do you bring in talent to help people in elocution? So it's not only, we're not just going to leave it to the teachers to teach you. The OBA is going to also bring in its own talent to contribute. And this teaching can happen within the school premises or offline. You can catch hold of somebody who's in your space and engage with the person and get the training directly. Or testimonial, do we have to plan testimonials or what? Perfect, we can include that. So my request is, anybody's got his ideas, please go to the help and support section and log your idea there. That idea gets recorded, then suitable ideas are presented to the forum for debate and discussion, and subsequently, when we have adequate acceptance, it will be integrated. Yes, Gauri Shankar?
Since there are discussions happening over there, is there any moderation?
Yes, there will be a moderation team, and we'll request you to be part of that, who will watch the discussions and help to moderate that. And we'll set up a small terms and conditions option also there. So we all know why this is not a social media activity. Social media, Facebook is doing a good job. This is for career, promoting your career. This is for serious self-promotion from a business perspective, career perspective, and other personal interest perspective. Any other questions? Okay. So with this, Gauri, another point? Yeah, we'll just, this is version 1. We will improve upon this and we will make it even better going forward.
Is there any practice of seeing what kind of value we generate within the Baldwins?
Oh, you mean monetary value? See, this is the power of collaboration. While we are sitting here, we can see that different people are coming up with different ideas, and that's how this wealth which is being created in this room gets transferred to the global Baldwin community. So you please log that request, log that as an idea, feel free. See, now you just noticed, we saw the example right here. It's not easy for us to meet. And in the small meeting, we have got so many interesting ideas coming up. Now we can meet virtually throughout the year, day and night. Log your ideas, there'll be a moderation group, will handle things, and those good ideas will be shared to all of us across the world. Any other questions?
So the thing is, coming from that monetary value part, maybe what we can do is, as and when we kind of transact with one fellow Baldwin, we can actually come up with like what we had.
You know what, Yogesh, I give the mic to you. Please explain this idea for the benefit of all Baldwinians.
Yeah, what I would recommend is when we actually have a transaction between two Baldwinians, maybe one fellow Baldwinian who actually benefits out of that transaction could say thank you for so much so-and-so value, and that's how that kind of gets recorded, and we know, okay, that's the kind of business we are generating actually, because after a transaction, a thank you is definitely a good thing to do.
No, let me give you some examples of these transactions and the values. Thanks to Gauri Shankar, I walked into OBA 4 or 5 years ago. After walking into OBA, I bumped into Mr. Sridhar. So Mr. Sridhar realized I got some interest in information technology. He recommended me to talk to his daughter. His daughter introduced me to her husband in California. Her husband introduced me to Salesforce, cloud computing, which I had no clue about. And today I'm a Salesforce practitioner. It has transformed my company from, I would say, level 1 to level 9. Instantly. Why? Because Gauri Shankar brought me into OBA, and then I met Mr. Sridhar, and then that value is difficult to quantify. After coming here, I stumbled upon one, or who I call a stallion, an Indian stallion, Karyappa, one of those people who was brilliant, in problem solving when it comes to marketing. And what did Karyappa do? He introduced me to Arafat. Arafat is one of the most motivated gentlemen I've met in my life. And there are many youngsters who I met, thanks to this particular fraternity. So the quantification is essential, and sometimes it's humongous. You cannot, it's difficult to put a number on it, but it's very important to quantify the benefit we get from these interactions. So what Yogesh is saying, you can quantify by giving a testimonial and quantify by giving a monetary value. And I think we will, what my request is, Yogesh, please register this as a suggestion so that it's not lost. And please note, this is not a one-man show. This platform is not a one-man show. This is not about me doing something or this is Gauri Shankar doing something. This is about all of us owning it and working within the parameters of the terms and conditions and enhancing the wealth of all of us involved. Gauri Shankar? Absolutely. Yeah. Complete potential comes from there. I'll just hand it over to you. Please explain this concept.
Just to add what Yogesh has mentioned, of course, I think he's coming from the physical monetary value, which sometimes is not easy to quantify. But he also added saying a testimony. And I think the testimony way of presenting is much better so that the whole story comes out. And not just a monetary value at the end of the day. Sometimes could be qualified, sometimes may not be qualified. So it becomes more generic to say and testify this is what my journey was. It will also enable others to come by and look and seek for that facility over here. Thank you.
But remember one thing, the testimonials can be adverse also. Somebody who has not done. So you are allowing both the good and the bad to come on the website? No, I think you should put both, because when you go to a travel agent and you go to this website, some people say, I had a good time. Some people say, no, I had a bad time. So are you allowing both, the adverse comments and the good comments?
That was Ecomoder Ali who made a suggestion that put adverse comments and good testimonials both. Now, this is a very, very powerful suggestion. I think Mr. Gauri Shankar, or I do not know who mentioned this repeatedly to me. He said, the reputations are vital. When you transact with Baldwinians and the Baldwinian knows that, listen, if I do a bad job, I'm going to get a bad testimonial on the platform, even if there's a microscopic chance of a bad job, it won't be done. So I think this is good to have both. And we'll have ratings. And I request you all to log this. I'm not going to note anything because it's not my show, this is everybody's show. So please go there and register your ideas. And we'll build on the ideas and we'll make them happen. I saw some hands going up there. Then please take the mic. Gul, I'll come back to you. The youngsters are there who had some thoughts. Please tell us your name and...
Yeah. Okay, my name is Karyappa. I'm from batch of 2002. Just taking off from where they shared the suggestions, probably what we can do to incorporate the suggestions is have some kind of a feed, just like how LinkedIn has or Facebook has, where I log in, I know what's happening in my network, in my immediate network. So let's say, for example, that you got connected to so-and-so who's a chartered accountant. I see that on my feed that, Major Govardhan has connected to so-and-so who's a chartered accountant, two Baldwinians doing business. Or let's say that someone has started a company, so on and so forth. So such things probably, you could include it in the chatter section of the application. Just my suggestion.
Excellent suggestion. We will just demonstrate that right away. Fortunately, we are all very familiar with Facebook. So it's easy to, you can keep the mic with you and pass it on to others. Please give it to Mr. Gul Mohammed. I'm just bringing up the site again. Please give me a second. See, this is the chatter section where I can actually go and post a message here straight away. I can say, I came for this meeting and I met some people, I had a good time, I connected with somebody, got some benefit. All that can be posted right away. Please go ahead.
See, in any group, you will have a percentage of people who do not function or who break the rules. So we should be prepared for them, for such incidences, and see how these can be minimized, especially if they are financial transactions. There are some people who are bound to violate it. So once we have one or two recordings against them, automatically, their rating, like Major Govardhan says, is affected. So in this way, I think we can monitor and see that people also get to make their reputations, in as far as transactions are concerned. So therefore, Air Commodore Ali's, suggestion that the good and the bad be recorded, I think it's wonderful. And whatever said and done, we know that, where there's good, there's also evil. So the yin and yang principle is universal, and not everybody is a saint out there. But here we can track them and, get them on a try, so that those who come in and say, yes, we need to honor our word, honor our transaction, and keep our payments going. Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions? Any of the younger lot? Okay. As far as the website URL is concerned, once you register, you'll be emailed the exact URL, so you can come and log in. This is not a real public site. This is like a private portal of Baldwinians at this point of time. Subsequently, we'll integrate it with our, we're going to renew or rather revamp our existing Baldwin alumni website. Karyappa is on the job. And once that is done, we'll integrate this with that, so you'll get a login from there itself into this. So for now, please register, and you will be mailed the URL and the login details. Please tell, Dushan, please go ahead.
So this is now we have a forum which connects us with all the passed out Baldwinians. Can we have a tab which connects us to the school, with the current events of the school, if we can give back to the school in any way? So can we have a tab that connects us there as well?
See, here again, this is your portal. Please go ahead and log the suggestion, present your vision. The school captain is here. School captain, where are you? School captain, it's your job to get your prefects and all other house captains involved in this. And Dushan, please post your messages, and you should demand, the school 9th and 10th student boys should demand from the others issues to facilities and services that you want. So definitely, again, this is our portal. So please go ahead and bring. We have a team behind who's going to service this portal and convert your ideas into elements. That is fine, no problem with that. Good ideas are welcome. Log it here and we'll make it happen. Gauri Shankar, please give the mic to him.
Every year, as part of the outgoing students from Baldwin Boys High School, the association receives members who are just going out year after year. So we definitely have a feed of 150, 200 members who can come in. So how to bring them into this automatically because they become a member is a way in which probably we can look at.
This is a very easy thing to do at this point of time. The present 9th and 10th standard boys, you please register right away. The moment you graduate, you're automatically there.
No, from the point of view, he's paying for his OBA membership, and this can become part of his thing automatically. So
yes, so
we should take that which means to say, like he mentioned, a feed from the school. The school should be given that, and that data flows in over here.
Yeah. See, here, coming to involving the school, I had a suggestion. Rather than going and burdening the school's administration with our requests, this virtual system is available to us. We will communicate through this platform. Our youngsters are extremely tech savvy. Their parents are tech savvy. Directly communicate. This is the OBA communication platform. We really don't want to bother the school administration to pass our messages.
No. I'm just talking of bringing those 150 students into it.
What I'm saying is we'll bring it them directly.
Yeah.
Now the school captain is here. The school prefects are there. You spread the word.
We have a secretary who's part of the school system. So we can use the official machinery of the OBA to make that happen is what I'm trying to say.
Perfect, excellent. In fact, that's a good point you brought because of your experience in the OBA, you are telling me that. So the existing office bearers, you can communicate to the other students that this facility exists and they should register here and do things. So that's again your experience talking.
Hi, this is Rafat, batch of 2002. Just picking up on what Mr. Gauri Shankar said. and how to involve the current students onto it. Now, what would drive the students is the purpose, or what actual benefit that would come out of this. Now, to put it down in one sentence, mentoring is one key outcome of this Baldwinian community. And this presents a perfect platform for that. And involving them directly, at least for the 10th standard, working along with the school captain, we can ensure that all the 10 students are registered onto it. And probably end of the year, after the exams or something, we could have a mentor assignment, or where we assign a group of students with certain interest, with a particular member or particular mentor. And then their communications could happen on the portal, thereby engaging more people onto the portal and making the best use of this medium.
Thank you, Arafat. I think Muhammad Ali has got a point to add to this.
Gentlemen, I don't think we should invite the people who are passing out. Nobody invited me and Sridhar to be a part of it, and we did not have this internet facility those days. If he's got the love for the school, he will come and join this. I don't think we have to spoon feed them anymore. This is my view.
Yeah. Thank you, Muhammad Ali. I would also like to mention that Arafat is the brain behind the Baldwin privilege card. So thank you very much, Arafat, for creating the process in place for that. Okay. See, what Air Commodore Ali is saying, let's dwell on that point. He says, why should we say please? He's very honest and very correct in what he says. Why should this be a please? In fact, the receivers should say please, not the people running the OBA. So we're not going to say please. We have presented the platform, we have communicated it, and let people come in and join and benefit from it. School captain, you please take the mic. It will be easier for others to hear you.
As Sir said, that let people who love the school, let them join and have that purpose for the school. Because if we have a mass joining this site, sir, they're going to make it exactly like Facebook or what happens on WhatsApp. So, and they do all the discussions on Facebook and WhatsApp and come here and show a goody picture, and then in school they do exactly the opposite of what they say they do over here, then it's going to be wrong. So let only the mass who actually love the school, have a purpose for the school, let them only join, sir.
See, that's the maturity of the school captain saying that. So I leave it to you. The quality of this portal is going to be dependent on the participants. Yes, there's going to be a moderation, but I leave it to you. Please join in, and what you said is right. That's why I said in the beginning, this is not a social platform. This is a professional platform. Thank you for that. Please take the mic. Continue, Dushyant.
Yeah, I think we can strike a balance. Firstly, for people to join in, they need to know about it. So why not make it a part of the school, and we can definitely go through the right authorities to communicate what we are doing here to all the students. Once that is done, those who have the love for the school will automatically join in.
Okay. See, I would like to mention one point. Love for the school, perfect, because there's a dimension of giving back to the school. If there's love for yourself, to succeed, it's a very powerful motivator to be part of this platform. So there is both involved. It's not only love for the school. Love for the school, yes, is important because we have gained so much, but very often we have got other needs, more pressing needs. Come and get those needs taken care of here. Any other suggestions? So I think we'll, with permission of Mr. Sridhar. Oh, yeah, one more. Yeah.
Hi. You can hear me?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Manoj from the batch 2001. I would also like to suggest that we will also encourage a lot of alumni of Baldwins. Like, for example, okay, I'll give you my own example. I had a business idea which was actually selected and also nominated by the Economic Times in the year 2008. And I actually was looking for an angel investor, in which I actually got qualified also. What I would like to add on here is there are a lot of entrepreneurship which is actually happening in this generation. And there's a lot of push which is required. There are a lot of people who are actually quitting their jobs thinking that I am capable of doing something that the market needs. All they want is some push from the manufacturer, as well as some mentoring and everything which is required, which is, I think, will be available in the platform. So should there be a separate section which says or encourages entrepreneurs of Baldwins that they need some angel investors to actually help them to go ahead with starting up their own businesses?
Please have a look at the site now. Yeah. And you'll see angel funding there.
Okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
So this is definitely extremely valuable. Yeah. And entrepreneurs like you should come here and create that buzz. You want angel funding, you present your idea here. That's why we have this section of ideas and discussions. If you have a brilliant business idea, which you think you need contacts for, or you need encouragement, or you need participation, or you need money, come here and demand it. Go down. If it's a product for chartered accountants, find the chartered accountants and extract information from them. If it's a product for doctors, find them here and communicate with them. Okay. So this platform can do magic. It's all up to us to utilize it.
Sure. Anyway, things have gone good for me from the economic times, but I still feel that a lot of Baldwinians need this help.
See, if things have gone good for you, then you should be a mentor here. Okay. You should come register yourself, offer mentoring in the area of startups, and then post vigorously. I am here. Promote yourself. Let people come and benefit from your experience.
Exactly. Sure.
And Karyappa,
thank you.
Please contact him. Any other points? Or there one more point? Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm not sure if it's there or not already, but a suggestion would be something like a log for a logbook of all the students of each class of each batch. Not only the members. There may be some people who haven't registered to be a Baldwin alumni privilege card person, but we could still take information from people of every class and then just fill it up over there as to make sure that you can connect with others through the site and not only Facebook. Okay. Because since you're already making it very clear that most Baldwinians would want to take this.
Yeah. See, the privilege card is an additional facility. A privilege card gives the facility of going into another Baldwinian space, identifying yourself, and in the privilege card is a QRT code. So if I just put my QRT reader from my smartphone on that, I will know that you're a real Baldwinian because your entire Baldwin history will be there. And thereafter, you can get more personalized services, you can get discounts, you can get more attention from the service provider. So it's actually a facility that everybody should demand, and it's there for you to apply. So once you apply and the card gets transacted, automatically your benefits start coming to you. Please go ahead, Gul.
I think that's a brilliant idea. Basic, very effective. So every year you will have the names of the students who passed out and their contact details, yes. So others who want to network or get in touch with, classmates can do that. So basic but very effective. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So once again, these ideas should come here on the site, and then we'll engage with that and implement it. Any other questions? Okay. Yogesh?
So do we have any filters like a local network, a national network, an international network or something like that?
Please explain that, Yogesh.
Yeah, so what happens is now if I'm searching for someone in Bangalore, so that becomes the local network. I'm looking for specific services in Bangalore, and I search for whatever I need to. Then if I need something on the national network in other cities, so I go to the next filter, next level. And then what if I want to do some transactions overseas and we have some Baldwins who are in that, and do I go into that international filter?
Now, once again, this platform is open-ended. It can do many things. So please place this request for having this facility. Now, see, within a very short period of time, you will have a Google Map integration. So if you are if you are, let's say, for example, say in Chennai, you pull out your smartphone and you want to find the nearest Baldwinian doctor in Chennai, you'll be able to see him exactly where he is on the map. If I land up in New York and I want to find Baldwinians who are working somewhere in New York City, I open my smartphone, I log in there, and I can see Baldwinians in the vicinity there. That will also be automatically an extension of what we are doing now. School captain. I mean, it's wonderful to see these ideas coming here, because the more engaged we are, the better the product.
Sir, one suggestion, sir. Now we can go around spreading the word about this, sir. But ultimately, the students will want to see what it is, how worthy it is, how is it going to help them, and what is its purpose. They would like to hear it from the mouths of the creators. That is from yourself, sir. So basically what I'm saying, after the school permission, through the authority of the school, probably once you can come during the CCA period or anything, only to a selected responsible boys whom I think the teachers can suggest, sir, that you can give the same demonstration to them, sir.
Once again, you demand and it shall be done. You demand this. You have Ms. Amlita here. You would go and demand from her. We want this. And it will be done. We have one more.
Hi, Hashem here, 2011 batch. Actually, I want to put a suggestion here. Why can't we put a search button there? For example, people who are looking for chartered accountant, just type chartered accountant on top of that. You get your result there. Instead of going to groups, discussion, or all Baldwinians searching through there, we can have it like the search button, example, logistics or chartered accountant.
Definitely. Once again, log this request as a case and do that. Okay, let me show you one more feature which I forgot to mention. And I go to my detailed profile. I edit my profile. I can actually come down here, save mine, and create a new profile. So I can introduce another Baldwinian into the system. Have you noticed that? You can introduce another Baldwinian into the system. You can invite a Baldwinian here. So that way the school captain can log in and then get all his prefects introduced here. And those prefects can then introduce their house members. So it's not that we invite people into the system just as you do it in Facebook. Okay? Of course, the invitation that you get, a person will automatically not be enabled. It will go through a little verification process, then he'll be made active. And then he can transact. If he's active, he'll be visible to others. Otherwise, they can just log in and see things. Okay? So thank you very much. With that, we come to the end of the webcast. So as a last item of this particular day, we request Gul Mahmud, the immediate past president, to present the vote of thanks.
So as we come to the end of another year, another term, there's so many people to thank. I don't know where to start, but let me say that, when I was in school, when I passed out, I never ever thought that, I would one day be president of the OBA. And it was an honor, and whatever in my capacity I have done to the best of my ability. I'd like to thank, most importantly, my seniors from whom I drew inspiration. Air Commodore Ali Saab, Charlie Sridhar, Colonel Govind Srinivasan, my immediate past president, Shakil Abdul Rahman, the support from the principal, the staff, and my team, Amalita, Major Govardhan, Yogesh, Gauri Shankar, and Lokesh Reddy, H. Ashok, Vincent Paul, the youngsters, Dushyant, and towards the end we had the youngsters jumping in with, with WhatsApp and getting the younger, Baldwinians onto the bandwagon. It's truly been a remarkable journey, and we built upon the platform that was provided to us before. For those of you all who do not know, I think Mr. Charlie Sridhar was the president, former president, and then we had Mr. Valsa Kumar, and then Shakil for 12 years. So for the past 20, 25 years, we've just had, I think, 3 people as presidents. And there was a stage once when for the OBA meeting, they would not even have a quorum. They just have, 3 people there, they would have tea and leave. And during those days, they hung in there. They held it and brought it up and, gave it to us at this level. And now we have handed the baton over to Major Govardhan, Yogesh and team to explode. And as you can see, there's remarkable work being done here. I'm proud to say that, we are way ahead of the other alumni, in the city. Of course, we have miles to go, but we are way ahead. And whatever we do, I think so far, the other alumni do acknowledge the fact that Baldwin alumni is very well organized. So we have miles to go, and we need the younger generation to be involved and take this further. So thank you for all your support, love, affection, and Charlie Sridhar has something to say. Thank you.
We just have the distinguished presence of an ex-minister who is also a Baldwinian. And there are 2 of them. I would like them to come and introduce themselves. Please come.
I am Perkal Mallappa. I reside in Basarangudi. I was a student here from 1950 to 1960 when Mr. Anderson and Mr. Fletcher were principals. I got through European High School in the year 1960. Then I joined morning class in APS College and became a BCom graduate. Then I went to law college, completed my law in Government Law College, morning class. Then I completed my diploma in business administration in the evening college. You must be wondering what I was doing in the afternoon. I was doing a little business. Ultimately, in 1980, I went to politics. Luckily, I got elected as a member of legislature. And they made me a minister because of my vast knowledge of Bangalore. And I was Bangalore Development Minister, Tourism Minister, Public Grievance Minister between 1993 and 94. And I very much wanted to come here, but I had no contact. My friend Krishna Swami was my classmate. He was also abroad. Now he has come down and settled in Basangudi itself. Then he spoke to me that there's a meeting today of old boys alumni or something. I had no touch all these years. I'm happy. I came here, saw my old school, where I learned real English. Before coming here, I was studying Kannada medium school, government school. All that they gave me was a slate and a badpa, what you call, chalk piece. That was what we carried to in the primary school. But coming here, we learned so many things which helped us a lot. And now my grandchildren are all studying in Bishop Quartons and Baldwin Girls School, my granddaughter. So I wish all my old colleagues and friends and all the alumni of the Baldwinians happy life and prosperous life. Thank you. Thank you for meeting here.
Till about 10 minutes ago, I came early and I was always thinking that we were the oldest students here. Now somebody's beaten us to it. Mr. Krishnaswamy, the other gentleman, he'll introduce himself, please.
My name is Dilip Krishnaswamy. I belong to the same 1960 batch. And what provoked this is Mr. Mohan Ram, who I think is known to more of you, lives very close to where I stay right now. And he forwarded this mail about today's meeting. The first thing that provoked me was you had spelled Anderson with a S-O-N, right? And I promptly told him, no, except the title said Anderson Day. Bernie was a classmate. He was a classmate right till 60 when he passed out. And he was very proud of the fact that he is an Andersen, not Anderson. And he claimed he was Dutch, whereas one of you had written that he is Swiss somewhere. I think he was very proud of, he said he had a Dutch lineage. But he was an excellent person. And since it's called Anderson Day, I told Mr. Mallappa, I said, look, we have to go and attend because he was a very endearing personality. He was, I don't know if some of you sent that mail. I replied to that, to the forwarded letter and sent it on Baldy's. So you got that. So I pointed out something that I had an accident, a cracker accident in 1957. And he came, saw me in hospital. I was hospitalized for a few weeks. And I was homebound for several more weeks after that. And he said, look, if there's nothing, a parent couldn't have done more. The way he came, looked after me. And I've been a relatively newer student. I joined only in the mid-50s. And for him to have taken that kind of care and to ensure that, he said, don't worry about your final exam because we're going to miss the final exam. He said, you don't worry, your performance. And at that time, I think we used to have an exam every 2 months. It wasn't a quarter, every couple of months. And he insisted your performance is good enough, we will make sure you go through to the next class. And those 5 canes that you had, I forget the names. We had names for each one of those. So if somebody here remembers them, I think I've sampled all of them. At one or the other, it was always a choice. And when you went back to class, it was always, and I don't know, we had stiff teachers. We had Mrs. Morgan, I don't know how many of you knew her. She was mostly our teacher for several years, 4 or 5 years, I think she was our teacher. And whenever we went back, the rest of the class wanted to know which one of the 5 did he ever use. So, it is with nostalgia, I saw the name Anderson and the fact that Bernie had actually tried contacting me a few times and I wasn't there. It's a pleasure to be with you. I wish there were many more people. I think when we came over, I haven't been very regular in attending some of these meetings. I wish I had this thing, but you must do something. We were just talking. There's some means of reaching out to other people in Bangalore itself. I'm sure there are several hundred. So while the software sounded good, I am sure you're going to get some method of getting at least a couple of hundred people to come. I meet people on the golf course. I'm a fervent golfer. I know a half a dozen ex-Baldwinians. Not one of them ever comes here. I am in touch only with 4 of my ex-classmates. He was one. I have 2 others who are indisposed. One of them is suffering from cancer. He is been declared to be terminal, but he's been declared terminal for the last 10 years. So I told him, it's a good sign. That's because you're Baldwinian. You're going to stay a long time. So his name is Nirdosh Mulyal. He said, please. Nirdosh Mulyal said, please, I won't be able to make it, but please tell everybody. He was a classmate before he became your classmate. Besides, he was.
And I met him recently, was touchwood. He isn't too mobile right now, but he said we exchanged a lot of names and experience this morning when I called him. The other person is a person called Tulsidas Bajaj. I don't know. His younger brother, Srichand Bajaj, must have been in your class. I believe Srichand Bajaj died, he told me a few years ago. So he told me I won't be able to make it, but please see if you can get somebody. So I think we decided we will come and make our foray here. I think Mohan, your classmates seem to be making a better group of yourselves. I think the other person whom I did not contact, but he was gently there, Mohammed Raza was also our classmate. Towards the end, I think the last 1 or 2 years he was a classmate. He isn't here right now also. He normally isn't. So anyway, I wish you all the very best. I am a management consultant. Now, fashionably for the last 2 or 3 years, I'm called fashionably semi-retired, which means I spend more time on the golf course. I do a lot of strategy consulting work, various places in India and abroad. And that's me. I'm the gray hair. I'm much younger than I really look. I don't know. I should have been sitting with the youngsters there. Anyway, I wish this organization all the very best, but please do something. I think you need a lot more people here. And I'm sure you're doing a good this thing. Please go ahead with all your activities. Thank you very much.
I don't think you'll get a better ending than having Mr. Anderson's students being here as a last-minute surprise, and that to two distinguished gentlemen and senior to us. Like I said earlier, we always used to think we were the most senior. We're happy to have somebody above us. Anything would like to say?
I really apologize for raising this topic right after the meet, but it didn't hit me actually. Among all the topics we had, like the IT and this, that, I didn't see politics in it. Nowadays, it's a need of the nation, and there are many people interested in it. Actually, after Sir came, it just hit me. And it is the need of the nation, and Baldwinians, we have been taught righteousness and truth, sir. So we need righteousness and truth in our society, sir. So it just hit me. You can add politics and add sir on the group, sir. And we definitely need better and much more pure leaders in this nation, and need to get corruption out of the system. Thank you.
Yeah. The school captain can stop working on his abs and continue to work on his grey matter. That's a brilliant suggestion, and I think Major Govardhan can be in touch with Sir and take it forward. As we come to the end of this session, I would like to remind you all once again, my two classmates have come in, Sunil Kapoor and Paresh Babu. Okay, thank you so much. So this evening's program starts at 7 sharp. We have, 2001 batch coming in with, an incentive about hockey, and then the school rock band will start rocking everybody around. So 7 sharp, please be here, and then please join us for dinner. And thank you once again. Have you here? And sir, the highlight was having both of you all, interrupt us pleasantly with the pleasure of your company. Thank you so much, one and all the best to Major Govardhan, Yogesh, and the team.